Let's say you've heard the only way to stay sober is put the plug in the jug, as they like to say, or attend 90 meetings in 90 days. That'll get you sober. Let's say you go to the first meeting and what you hear is like, maybe you hear from me what it's like, what happened, and what I'm like now, and my interpretation of that is I tell you, okay, I went to the basement every night at the end of my day. I unplugged a bottle of wine or maybe two, and that's what it was like. And then what happened? Well, then I threw up on my cement floor. And then what am I like now? Well, I quit drinking. Is this really going to keep you sober? Let's say you didn't even like wine, so you can't identify with my story. Or the next person gets up and says, well, what happened to me was I got 3 DUIs. I got my license taken away from me. I spent some time in the pen, and then I got out, and now I'm not drinking. Is that going to help you? No, I don't think so. On page 58 of How It Works, it says, our stories disclose in a general way what we used to be like, what happened, and what we're like now. That really means what we used to be like, living on self-will. What happened? I had a huge transformation, a spiritual transformation. And what I'm like now? Now I'm living in the world of the spirit. I'm no longer living controlled by my own self-will. I gave up. I'm not God. That's what should happen when we go to a meeting. That's what we should hear for 90 days in 90 meetings. But unfortunately, that's not what's going on now. So I don't believe anymore that 90 meetings in 90 days is going to keep anybody sober. I believe what's going to keep people sober is hearing our stories of how we actually were transformed. So I, for one, want to start telling the story. I want to tell the real story of what AA is about, not just the story of my issues and what I was doing when I was drunk. Thanks for listening, and I hope that we no longer keep the gate closed. Bye-bye.